Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night / Tuesday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. Uh, Bitcoin took a dip over the weekend and still below 60,000. So that's disappointing. I was hoping 60 would hold as support. The We've had a range between about 59 and 61 last few days. Let's go to the charts, check it out. Okay, so this is my Bitcoin day chart, and we can see it hovering down here below 60,000. I've got the story up here on TradingView. You can read it if you want. Strategy abandons never sell Bitcoin mantra. So this probably has something to do with the dip. The largest corporate holder of Bitcoin has been selling it off to pay dividends. You can read that if you're so inclined. But here's the current value of Bitcoin. As you can see below 60,000. And let's look at the hour chart. Yeah, it did break above 60 for a few hours, then dipped down again. So if it hangs around between 59 and 60, we can probably say that 60 is the support. But if it dips below this significantly, like down to 57, 55, something like that, it might be heading down to 40. On Ethereum, similar looking structure, and looking for 1500 to hold a support. We haven't had values this low since February for both tokens. So the news is not good. I've got this new feature of Carbon that's showing, called The Wire, that's showing all the economic news, economy, markets, crypto, tech. So you can find this on carbondx.com and The Wire. I don't know if you have to be, I'm not logged in at the moment, so maybe that's why I'm getting some of the not secure type stuff, but we've got more Strait of Hormuz drama, oil responding, so kind of things. Macroeconomic news, it's usually bad, and we'll see if this turns around. This has been up and down for months now. Okay, so what do we do with this information? Can we make money? Let's go to my day trade layout and see what we can do. Oh, I did have AVAX up. Okay, don't need that. And this is my day trading layout. Supply and demand visible range by Algo for resistance and support. Red zone for resistance, green zone for support. The RTI relative trend index for entries and alerts. So go to Crypto Bubbles, first of our free sources. And it's mostly green. You scroll down and sort by the day column. You can see what's hot in the last 24 hours. Not a lot. Well, yeah. And coins I like to trade, Zcash, Stellar, Solana. I think I had a trade on Solana Resolve. No, I'm still in that one. I took a short on that yesterday. It's Solana and Uniswap. My Uniswaps has resolved, but okay. So there's maybe 20 or 30 positive coins in here. Let's look at Zcash, up 6.6%. And just dip below the 80, so it could be a short candidate. Um, yeah, when it breaks above the 80 and then dips back down, that's where I'm looking to potentially enter into a short trade. Though I got burned on a Zcash short a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if I'll do that, but Yeah, since I'm already in a short in Solana, I'll probably pass on this. Two is in one direction is the most I like to have. Usually one is my preference. So, but let's set an alert on the RTI. Right click, add an alert, and we will enter a channel. So this way I can trade both directions. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. So if it dips below 20 on the bottom and comes back up, triggers this alert. That's a coin that's dipping and recovering usually, and could be a good candidate for a long trade. Um, make that open-ended and message. Crypto bubbles. Apply notifications. I'm notifying the app on my smartphone. Toast notification be a pop-up on my laptop. Turn off the webhook and play a sound. Also on my laptop, and I like 3 notes reverb for my day trades. Apply and click create. And so this triangle is created, and I've got my alert right here. So Zcash is ready. If it dips below 20 and comes back up, I'll get an alert. If it pops back up to 80 and dips again, I'll also get an alert for that. And so we'll see what Bitcoin's doing in the market overall before I take my trade. Okay, so that's Zcash as a day trade, as a swing. Go over here to the hour chart and kind of in the lower middle portion of the hour chart at the moment. Got a buy signal on the SuperTrend, which is what I use for entries. And I've got this Trendilo LSMA, it's moving average for confirmation. The alerts are on board, but we've got considerable down candles here. Rather see the candles trending up, coming out of the support area, the green zone. But if we were to take this trade, if it were to turn around right away, you've got resistance here, about 10.3% in 6 days. That's a pretty good swing trade. Usually looking for 10% or more, 1% a day at the least. Retrace potential on my swing trades. Let's look at the 4-hour as well. Yeah, we don't have the indicators on board on the 4-hour chart. Got a sell signal here on SuperTrend. Trendilo pointing down is red. So I don't know. Don't like it. Don't like this candle action here. So probably going to pass on this as a swing. I could set an alert to catch the next buy signal. You can do that by clicking on the SuperTrend, right click, add an alert. You can leave it on direction change if you want to trade both directions, or select buy in this instance, and the rest is the same. You might want to do different notification. I usually go with handbell on my swing trades. All right, well, that's Zcash. And let's see, what else do we have? Solana. Let's look at Solana. Looks pretty similar to Zcash, just dip below the 80 on the RTI. So it could be a short candidate. Oh, I'm already in a short on this one, so I'm not going to take it, but you guys might want to get in now or set up an alert, maybe catch a dip down below 20 in a recovery, which would be a long trade, especially if you're trading on spot. say on Coinbase or something like that. Okay. And then let's look at this as a swing. Similar, got contradictions here. The buy signal, Trendilo pointing almost straight up, which is really good, but we're at resistance on the 1 hour chart, and candle action trending down pretty hard. Maybe 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart. Indicators are on board, but we're pretty close to resistance, to down candles. Yeah. Don't like it. So I think I'd pass on this as a swing. All right, so that's Solana and crypto bubbles. Let's go to another source. And CoinGecko. Let's sort by 24-hour column. Maybe look at Caspa. Yeah, I'll check that one out. KAS, okay. Okay, this is on most exchanges, including my sponsor, Blowfin. You see my Blowfin background. If you're watching this on recording, check out the pinned comment. There'll be a link there if you want to create a Blowfin account. You can trade both directions without KYC or a VPN if you're in the US and some of the forbidden areas in crypto for leverage trading. If you use my link, you get a deposit bonus and I make a small commission, win-win. So, all right, back to Caspa on the chart. And it's currently above the 80 on the RTI. So this has dip potential as a short. Um, so you set your alert on the RTI, right click, and trading both directions, we will enter a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. And for the message, let's go with CoinGecko and click create. And there's my rectangle and my Caspa alert. So that one's ready to go. As a swing trade, it's in the red zone now, though we have, looks like we have happy indicators here. SuperTrend is on a buy. Trendilo is pointing almost straight up. On the 4 hour chart, this looks a little better. Yeah, maybe 10%, though it would be at a recent high to get there, almost 4 cents. So could take a while. Yeah, not loving that setup, so, but pretty good day trade potential on this one. All right, well, that's Caspa. And what is Morpho? Okay, this one's even on Coinbase, so it's on most exchanges. And Blowfin. Setup is pretty similar to what we saw on Caspa and the others. So set your alert here in the RTI if you want to try to catch this this potential short, but there's been a couple fake outs here. We're dip below the 80 and then we'll bounce back up again. This one makes me a little nervous. What's the swing trade option? Yeah, we're at a recent high on the 1 hour. A little bit of room to retrace. We're in the middle on the 4 hour. 11% in 19 days. I don't like it. Yeah, don't like this as a swing or as a day trade. Just with the recent history, it's been erratic. So I think I'd pass on this on both. All right, so that's CoinGecko. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. And my computer's being slow. Bummer. There we go. I've had pretty good internet service here at this place. Okay, crypto community sentiment. So what people in this community like, what they don't like. Top 10 bullish here, top 10 bearish here. We looked at Caspa, AVAX we can look at, XRP, Stellar, Ethereum. Let's look at AVAX. Well, this looks like the others we looked at earlier in the broadcast, dipping below the 80, pretty close to the 50 at this point. So this one's showing like it's dipping. Bitcoin is dipping as well, I think. Sorry, guys, I'm having some slow internet problems. Dipped a little bit, but current candle is green. I'll leave it on the 1 hour for now. So you can set an alert on the RTI. Let's see, do I have one from yesterday? Yes. I'm going to recycle that one. Just click on the restart and yeah, there we go. So now this one's ready. I've got my rectangle, and if it dips below the 20 and comes back up, I'll be alerted to that. All right. So AVAX is a day trade, maybe a swing. Indicators look good, but we're at resistance on the 1 hour chart. 4 hour structure looks much better. We've got to buy, and indicators are on board. So 20%, 25 days, not bad. And if it goes to the higher range, higher portion of the resistance area on a retrace, you'd do better. Yeah, maybe if you went, there's 35% in 29 days. Maybe set your take profit at 8.95 or something like that. But it could take several days, even weeks to get that, to recover that much, if at all. So don't love it. Not really trusting swing trades lately. I mean, I show them to you guys because I know some of you guys trade that way, but I've mostly just been day trading. Okay, that's AVAX. And what else did we have over here to look at? Let's look at XRP. That's a classic. Okay, on the day trade layout. All right, this one looks a little different. Almost to the 20. Actually has bounced off this 25 to 30 area a couple times. So if you want to take the trade now, not wait for the 20, resistance or retrace potential 2.2%. That's a pretty good day trade. I'm usually looking for 1.5% move at 10x leverage, for 15% profit on my trades, give or take a little bit. So, yeah. Do I want to take this long? Is twitchy as the market's been? No, I think I'll pass. But I will set an alert. And entering a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. And coin market cap. And I got my rectangle. And oops, wrong. And XRP here. So got a few alerts for today. All right, well, that's about all I have that I was going to offer to look at. Are there any coins you guys want to look at before we wrap it up? We're right at it, about 25 minutes. Just how long this has been lately. 25, 35 minutes on our weekly Zoom calls. Okay. I forgot to turn the chat on. But nothing in there. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me live. Some of you haven't seen in a while. And if you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but check out the pinned comment. The opportunities in that pinned comment help fund the channel. And I will see you next week. I'm going to be traveling later in the month in Thailand, but I'll keep you posted. Thank you. See you next time.